Well, welcome to another episode of She Say, He Say. I'm excited because we're live in Grand Blanc, Michigan at the home of Kim. What you doing, girl?
Like always, I'm doing this media stuff.
All right, man. You know I gotta wake her up. But you know once she woke, it's over with, right? It's over with.
Okay,
So we're coming to you live today.
There we go.
Okay. We're coming to you live in Grand Blanc, and we got a beautiful audience. And they're coming in. Hello, Yolanda. How you doing? Welcome to She Say, He Say. I'm Johnell Allen Bay, your co-host, and I'm next to the lovely Shuntai Hill. Tell them what you do, Shuntai.
I like how you always introduce me, and I can never say my name in the beginning. Shuntai Hill. I just wanted to say that.
You say it again.
Shuntai Hill.
You feel
I'm
good?
a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist. Yeah.
That's my favorite part. I can't believe that. Beat me to the punch. Yes, we got a great show, but we got a bunch of things that are happening this week. This is a great week, and first of all, the first thing that's happening is get out and vote Tuesday. Make sure that you exercise your right to vote. We're in a great Genesee County, and we know that the city of Flint, as well as Genesee County, needs to make sure that their people are represented the right way. And we want to make sure that we get out and vote and then exercise your right to vote.
Right.
You know, don't stop voting, you know. I wish I could vote 6 times, but I can't. But I'm going to vote once. And so we got a great audience here. They're beautiful people. I'm not going to drop no names, but I'm going to tell you something. We have some very, very beautiful people in our audience. And we have some outstanding citizens that are very influential.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
I just want to give some shout outs. We already said LaWanda Fields. You know, Phil is actually here, but he's tuning in still.
Okay. Hey, LaWanda.
We have, Reggie is too.
Okay. Hello, Sandy.
Sandy.
All right.
In the same house.
Toy,
Yeah.
I see you.
So, yeah, now y'all know who he is.
Yeah.
So as people come up, we will try to give shout outs.
Well, Lynn, hey.
Yes. Michelle, hey.
Okay, now.
So what's in your glass?
What's in your glass? So tonight's drink is Long Island iced tea, Top Chef. Top Chef.
Do y'all like it, audience?
Hold on, do you like it? This is where you get it at. What do you like? You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I'm going to have me a drink in. I've had 2.
So if the audience like it, please clap your hands. If you like the drink, clap your hands.
You ain't had it? Okay, then, hey, listen, somebody don't like it. That's a good thing. Well, get us some Grey Goose. Okay, then.
Hey, LaWanda. And LaDanya.
Okay,
Goldie.
then. Hey, Goldie, how you doing?
Okay, so we have some great topics tonight.
We do, but before we get into that, we would like to tell you what else is happening this week.
Oh, okay.
So, first of all, Saturday, August 8th.
August 8th.
I'm excited. When I heard October, right, I'm thinking about that 16th, that couples retreat, which I've been checked about.
It's not a couples retreat. It's a social event for everybody.
Right.
But he keeps saying people will leave.
Well, I'm saying if you come as a single, you're going to leave as a couple.
But it's not a couples retreat.
Yeah. That's right. And if you come as a couple, you're going to leave very happy. So
hey, Gabby. Thanks for joining.
More info.
Listen, we got a ballroom instructor.
Yes.
Husband and wife. They'll be teaching ballroom dancing
And
to
line
those
dancing.
who don't. And we'll be line dancing to those who do, right? We got
Psychic reader.
a psychic reader.
Yes.
Look, she gonna be telling a story up in there, y'all.
Yes, she is.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, I gotta be careful with her now, because, hey, she already knew it was a show before I even called it.
Yeah.
So she knows what's on. She was like, something's gonna happen on the 16th of October. And I forgot about it. We scheduled October 16th, so she on point.
Yes.
And we also got astrology reading. And we're going to do composite charts. So if you got your guy or your girl there, we're gonna show y'all how this year gonna look.
And if you don't have a guy or girl there, because he is so pro couples, there are singles also. So I have to remind him.
But
of
if
that.
y'all single, I'm trying to get you to mingle. Ain't nobody want. Hey, listen. October, November, December. Nobody want to be alone on Christmas. I don't like singing that song. What do the lonely do on Christmas? So hey, Shavonda, how you doing?
Melanie, hi.
Hey. Yeah. So
Also, did you talk about Atlanta?
oh, so Saturday, August 8th, we're shooting
A full season.
a full season of On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell in Atlanta.
Yes.
I'm excited. We're going to be on our cable network, and we're going to be in New Mexico, Chicago, Detroit,
And
Virginia, and somewhere else. It's a fifth one.
Yes.
Mississippi.
So
Not yet.
the purpose of our episodes, we're going to film a whole season,
Right.
and then we're going to take that season and shop it to the major networks.
You're right.
Like
So
your
it's gonna be on
Lifetime,
TV.
Own Network. Yeah, so
yeah,
we'll see.
so and
Yeah.
so we're excited about that. You know, I was a little nervous, and Shuntai coached me into this. I think she did some hypnosis because I'm willing to do it.
He's a willing participant.
Yeah,
No handcuffs there.
hypnosis. And so yeah, and also our October 16th event, we're going to be giving out swag bags.
Yes.
With the She Say, He Say t-shirts, right? Mugs, and shot glasses.
Shot glass,
What
face
else is it?
mask.
Face masks?
Yes.
Yeah.
So those that place orders, you will be receiving your orders within the next week.
Right,
Or so.
yeah.
And those are pre-orders. And if you want to place orders, you can place them if you're at the live events, or you can place it right on our Facebook page if you go to the store section.
Right, yeah, yeah. And
Yes.
our techie portion of the team put that together. Good job. You did well.
Hey, J. Twine,
Yeah,
what's up?
so-
Yay.
Yeah. And so, like I said, I'm fired
What's
up
up,
about that
brother?
event, y'all. And then also, there's something that's coming into the city that's invading, right? I heard that there's a sighting that'll be Wednesday or Thursday. I heard there'll be 3 major billboards up with the She Say, He Say logos as well
Around
as
the
our
city.
conference.
Yeah.
So, oh my God. You know, I need to see myself on a billboard. My God.
Like you don't want to see your big
Right.
head up on the
Yeah. I'm not going to say what somebody's nickname is. But anyway.
Right, run off the road.
Right. So, looking forward to that. So yeah, you know, we got a lot of great events that are happening, and we just want to make sure that our family and friends in Flint benefit for the things that we're doing. Because listen, we can't do anything without you.
Right.
Without you, there's nothing with She Say, He Say. So we appreciate our audience, our fans. We appreciate everything that you contribute. Those who produce, those who invest in us, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, so without further ado,
Okay.
here's our questions for tonight.
Ooh.
So just remember that you
Hey,
can
Sparkle.
respond. If you're at the
No,
live event, you can respond and say what you want to say. If you're online, you can give us a call at 810-969-0449.
That's it.
Or you can post your response in the comments, and we will do our best to try to acknowledge each and every one. Okay?
Y'all know she gonna do
We
it.
just want to make sure we keep it grown and respectful. Yes.
Real.
It's gonna be grown.
Yes. So our first question for tonight.
Hey, Asia.
Is it okay to sleep mad at your mate? So if you're mad at your mate, can you sleep in the same bed with them? Do you find a separate bedroom, couch, living room,
Floor.
floor if you're upset? So what do you say?
You have
Audience,
to
and
be?
you can, yeah.
Well, I've got a rule, and my rule is that you never allow the sun to hit you without making sure you took care of that business.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever you have to do, you got to make sure y'all get it right, because what'll happen is if you let it linger on, then it'll fester itself into something else that's big.
Okay.
No, it's just the way I look at it.
I think that you shouldn't go to bed mad, but you're not going to resolve all issues before you go to bed, more than likely. So you may have to agree to disagree right then and there and just go to bed.
That is such a therapist answer. But do you really think that in a situation that once you engage, because our audience have heard you, and they know that you're pretty stern in your approach. You're going to make sure that you get everything out. You're not going to let it linger. You ain't going to take the high road talking about, well, we'll disagree, we'll until tomorrow, and we'll.
Well, I'm going to get my point out
Okay.
to make sure my voice is heard, but then we may not resolve everything.
Okay.
Right.
So you don't think you'll resolve it because the fact it'd be so much that you got so much to pour into it. Is that what you're saying?
Right, because sometimes you can be heated. As far when I say heated, I'm not talking about sexually.
Oh.
You can be heated as far as argumentative, right?
But what if your mate is like heated sexually, where y'all having this? What do you do? Do you like, hey, time out, not this? No way.
I mean, I didn't say you can still have mad sex.
Okay, I like that.
But you can still be mad.
See?
That doesn't.
But that can help resolve
negate
it.
the
Mad
being
sex
upset.
can help resolve the problem.
Not all the time.
Well, it's a stress reliever.
So what does our audience think?
What y'all say?
Yeah?
Stress relievers are over here.
Stress reliever?
Okay, yeah. We don't. I mean, it can help out, right? Anybody in here had a problem lately? And
Okay, so Reggie said, I do not have that problem. Jay Twan said,
Hold on,
I would
that's what
definitely
Kim said.
sleep on the floor.
Hold on, listen what Kimberly said.
What did Kimberly say?
Sometimes it's better to go into a separate rooms to avoid saying something you may later regret.
I hear you.
No, I want to hear that. I want to hear that because I need stimulation. I like to hear some stuff that, with some nasty, crazy stuff.
Luana said, then you won't be mad any longer if you have the sex.
See, that's smart
Parker
woman
Williams
there.
said, makeup sex is the best.
Hey, I have to
Assuming
agree.
that you're making up. You can
Well-
have mad sex and not make up.
But sometimes mad sex can help you make up.
Release your stress.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
So what about we're talking about separate rooms.
Yeah.
We have people coming in. Come on in.
Come on in.
That's okay.
Welcome,
Come on in.
welcome.
Like we said, we still have people coming in. We're doing the home edition.
Absolutely.
So
So this
we
is
will
live, They
Don't
coming
worry,
in.
we won't put you on camera.
We won't, but we will let you know. Hey, EJ.
Yes.
Okay.
So what about separate accounts? Should couples have separate accounts?
What'd you say?
I think so.
Okay, thank you.
To save marriages, it's okay to have a joint account that you both put into to pay bills.
Okay.
I agree.
But then you should also have accounts separately so that you can have fun and do the things that you want to do with your money,
Okay.
right? So separate checking accounts to take care of bills, and even when it comes to savings, you should have the same same savings account.
A joint one,
A
yeah.
joint one.
I agree. Listen, I totally agree with
Because
what
you
you're
may want to
saying.
save to pay off a house, take a trip,
Right.
something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree with that. You don't want to lose your, as being an individual in a relationship, because a lot of times you and your mate might not have the same philosophy when
On
it comes
spending
to
money.
spending. You could run into someone that's very frugal and someone who's not, but it doesn't mean the relationship don't work. But it's a balance. It gives you something that's balanced. You can't have two outstanding spenders together.
No.
Y'all gonna
Phil
mess up.
said yes and one together. Aja
Okay, I agree.
said we try our best to resolve it, and even when she's talking about
Right.
the
But she
upset.
says 3 accounts.
3
One
accounts.
for me, one for her, and one for us.
Yes.
I definitely agree with
Jay
that.
Twan said separate accounts, if only joint accounts for bills and kids.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, you're right on point, Jay John. You're a very smart young man.
So what does the audience think?
Audience seem to agree with with us. They're trying to say you need to be able sometimes you need your own thing. You know what I'm saying? But when I think about that, me myself, do that mean that if you go and make a major purchase, should you consult with your mate, or should you make that?
Yes.
I think that if you're going to make a major purchase, you should consult with your mate. Only
Like that 911 Targa convertible, should I?
Yes, because there's a credit score involved in it. And it may affect the household. So if you want to go get something together that involves credit scores,
Yeah.
you might have too much money liability,
Okay.
right? So you should want to consult your spouse or significant other if you're in the same household, because the last thing you want to see is somebody go to work and come home with a vet.
Okay, well, can I ask a question?
Put a vet.
A vet. Did I say Corvette? I meant Corvette.
Income have to be equal to, shared accounts. Because what if one is making a little bit more than the other?
Then you just put all that in that pile, and guess what? You can't tell which 100 is which when you put it in one pile. It all looks good together.
I think
So if I'm making like 120 and she's making 70, put it in a pile, and guess what? It looks good together.
But you knew that going into the relationship that somebody didn't make as much money as the other person. So you might just have to suck it up and mix the money when it comes to. I mean, you can't expect them to put.
Right?
You're talking one account.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if they only make enough to pay the cable bill and can't pay the mortgage, then that's something that you negotiate up
Right,
front.
yeah,
So if they
Right.
can't pay the other bills, then something else must be supplementing what they're not able to bring home.
Right.
So if they're not bringing home the bacon, they may be bringing home something else.
Yeah.
Some sausage.
Some sausage.
Some sausage.
Hey, hold on. That's some. Hold on. Hold on. Let me. That's some hell of a sausage. To do that. Yeah, hey, listen. That's way out there. Yeah, pull that one off to make me forget about money.
But when you're getting involved with someone, you know what the deficiencies are. So you're accepting it up front. So no need to complain about it later, right? If you're going into a relationship with someone that you know is broke, then shame on you.
Yeah, I have to agree. And you need to be able to, check a credit score.
Right.
And see what you're dealing with.
Right.
If you're dealing with a 600, y'all gonna have some problems. If you 8,
Right.
that's gonna be some problems. But if you got a dude, he hovering around 720, you can mess with dude because he got some potential, or she got some potential.
But what people find themselves doing, and I'm not
Right.
saying this is everybody,
Right.
you find yourself fucking a broke ass. And then you fall in love with them. That's where the problem starts. You know they're broke in the first place, and you decide to fuck with them, and then they turn you out.
I
And
told
what
you
happens?
didn't I?
What
I told you
happens?
don't jump
Now
in
you're
that
gonna
far.
complain to your girlfriends or your guy friends about having a broke ass.
Right. Dude ain't bringing shit into the house.
They didn't bring it in the first place.
Right.
You
And
knew what you was getting into at the beginning.
But the sausage,
The sausage.
you knew when he brought you that Burger King to your job, y'all gonna have some problems. You knew when and y'all went out to dinner and he forgot his wallet. Next time he's like, ooh. So you knew what you was messing with. Now guys, y'all know too. For some reason, we get a bad name. A guy take care of a broke woman and he don't get his props.
Right.
But and I tell young men every day, if she don't bring nothing to the table, there's a whole bunch of women out there. Do not trade yourself in because you got something that's valuable, young men. I'm going to look at you in the camera and tell you that the greatest thing that you have is your seed. Don't waste it.
But they're not listening to you.
They ain't listening to me.
Right, they ain't listening to you.
I think you can have a guy with an 820 credit score.
Yeah.
And he be the worst dude you ever met.
Right.
That's true.
That is true. I love that.
So I always look.
Yeah, that's substance.
I always look at it as, to me,
Yeah.
I can offer something that money just can't buy.
I seen that dinner. I saw your soul on the screen, so I know you can.
Love you, Dad.
And to me, the money comes after that.
Right,
Because I'm gonna
absolutely.
love you, I'm gonna cherish you,
Right.
I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna honor you, and then I'm gonna buy you whatever you want.
Oh no,
So
man,
it's
listen.
not all about the credit score or how
Right.
much money you got. It's what you willing to bring to the table when you really meet somebody
Okay.
that you love.
And I like that.
And that all sounds beautiful.
Hold on. She
As
finna
long
bust
as
your
your
head.
woman don't complain. But
Right.
no matter what you bring to the table, if she complains, that's a problem.
Right. Now,
But I don't think your woman's complaining either.
no, right. And substance. You know, listen, substance go a long ways in life. Substance. Because substance not only will make the money, but it'll put some things in you that, you know what I'm saying, that makes you a better person. You know, if you can find a broke person and make you feel like you on cloud nine, then you go there. But if that person can't give you that 24/7 for the rest of your life, you need to break. You know, it's time for you to break from that. You know, and so I think that's important. You know.
Yeah, and I do believe that once you get to a certain age, that there's a difference.
You say amen?
Once you get to a certain age, it's
Yeah,
a
because
difference.
you've established, yeah. Because I mean, me personally, you know, I'm not trying to deal with nobody that's gonna be complicated in all facets of life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to deal with no baby mama drama. I'm not trying to deal with no insufficient scores. I'm not trying to deal with, you know, no person that just don't have it together. Because I'm trying to bring excellence to the table. And so when you try to bring that to the table, that's what you expect. You know, and as a woman, I believe that a woman has to have that same standard as I got. You know, look for excellence in a dude.
Right.
And if he can't live up to that, then you keep it moving. You don't have to waste your time on garbage. Uh-oh.
Yes, and excellence does, yeah. So,
I don't usually get a cheer this early in the show. Those drinks are working.
DD said that they're keeping their own bag. EJ says, say it.
Right.
DJ Jadelle that said, she said, shame on you. EJ said truth.
All right,
So,
then.
thanks for joining
Thanks for
Missionary
the 15
Quinn.
people. We
Glorious.
appreciate you, DJ Jab. We
She
love
got
you.
15 people watching tonight.
All right. We love our city. That's our sister. What do do? My favorite
Yes.
couple.
All right, so moving on to the next question. Can your mate have a best friend of the
Hey,
opposite
cuz.
sex that does not get along with you?
No, hell no.
And it just got
So I'm gonna tell you how this goes. I'm gonna have to step up first, right? As a dude, right? I'm staying on the capital D's for dudes. If my girl got a guy that's her friend, and he don't like me, my sensor's going up. He trying to get with my girl. He trying to get with my girl. Because if you ain't liking me in the way I treat my girl, in the way I take care of her, and you looking at me cross-eyed, we can't get along, it's on you, dude.
It's time for you to
You
go.
gotta go. And I'm finna tell you how it's gonna go. Baby, you can choose him if you want to, and Christmas will be long.
So, Phil says no. Jay Twan said absolutely not. Missionary Quinn said no. Natalie said no. Stephanie Jones said nope.
Whoa.
Wanda said no.
Hold on,
EJ
Stephanie
says no.
Jones said no?
Yes. Sparkle said oh no. Joanne Hamlin said no. And Sparkle said thumbs down. Of course, Reggie, he's in the audience. I don't know why he's not speaking, but he
Right.
said no.
He just said something a few minutes ago.
Yolanda said okay, cuz.
Yeah.
And Sparkle said he's trying to slide in.
Right.
You understand?
that's
No,
what
no.
And vice versa, if you got a girl, right,
Uh-huh.
and they don't like me,
Now,
and if I'm, you know,
now,
you're a dude,
okay,
what would
so
you think?
I'm playing the devil's advocate.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, you don't
Just,
play it.
just
You
what
are.
if your friend or whoever thinks that you're an asshole or that you're no good and they know it, you have a reputation. You know, what if?
But see,
And they don't like you because they know of some stuff.
but that doesn't, listen, each moment matters,
Okay.
okay? And if that woman is the right woman, she can change a bad dude. Because yeah, she can, seriously. Because what happens is you learn lessons in life. But you learn lessons in life. Men learn just like women learn lessons.
Okay.
Right? I blew it high.
You're blowing some highs over here.
I blew it high. But I believe people can change. I'm a believer that people change.
So
right?
Natalie said my bestie would have to tell me why they don't like my guy.
Okay.
It will have to be a reason why.
I just don't like them.
Right. What if that's the answer? I just don't like them.
No, that's
That
not
ain't
enough.
good enough.
That's not good enough.
Okay.
You're going to have some more detail.
That's what I would
It could
put.
be some jealousy.
PDIs.
Right. And you have to go that way because me personally, I've never had a woman that's my best friend.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I wouldn't know that.
I know y'all watch some Lifetime movies.
Okay.
Y'all watch some Lifetime movies where it went left.
Right.
So there's possibilities that might not be a good person at all, and that your friend may not know it. I know a lot of Lifetime movies to know nothing is ever 100%. Dee Dee said, what is it that they did for you not to like them, of course? The right woman can change a guy.
I believe that.
Dee Dee said that's not a reason. So it's kind of split on that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, well, the thing about it is everybody got a past,
Right.
right? Everybody has a story.
True.
But that doesn't mean that story defines you for the rest of your life. And so, I'm a believer in a second chance, and I believe that people can be put in the right situation and they can really make it. It's like people who failed. I know a lot of people in business who have failed, and you say, "Oh man, they just failures, right?" And then one day they make it big. So do you hold them to the same standard because they're a failure? No, you can't because.
No. Let me take another sip and see if my
Here we go.
my decisions change.
It ain't gonna change.
Thanks for joining, Deanna, Bree, Kendra. All right, so on to our next question.
Yes.
This is about blended families.
Oh, Lord.
Oh boy.
Is it possible to have a future with a man or woman if they have children?
Woo.
Why would anyone hesitate about blending families? And can a relationship actually overcome a blended family? So that's a lot there.
But the first thing is this here. You got to be, first of all, in love with the person first. That has to be number one. And then the second thing is you have to evaluate the children.
Right.
Because I don't want my babies involved with some people who just ain't trying to do the right thing. Because they can influence them the wrong way, because as children, you have a big influence over other children.
Right.
And I just want my children in the right environment, and I would pray that, that's what it is, right? Because you could be in love with somebody, and then they got,
kids.
Oh my God, she got some children,
But
there's
you know
drug rats.
You know that before you fell in love.
No, because she might not bring you to the home. Listen, women are smart these days. Women will trick you. Women will date you and date you until you fall, and then I want you to meet my family. What? Now you got to meet the family.
You might not
You
meet
done
the
failed,
right
right? Now they ain't gonna let you because a woman that's trying to do the right thing, she ain't trying to bring everybody around her children.
Right.
So she may take her time to make sure that he the right dude or she the right woman before I make that move. And then when you make that move and bring them in, you be like, okay, then y'all. Here come, y'all call them, whatever.
So
And
Gloria,
they the boys from hell.
so
Or
Gloria
the girls
said
from
it's
hell.
possible. Bree said I have a blended family. Best thing that happened to me. Granted,
Praise
I have
God.
been in their life since they were born.
But
That's a
you've had major influence.
That's a difference.
When they got their own wings, they hard to handle.
Angela said exactly. EJ Cole said yes. Deanna said blended families can only work when the couple is a united front. Asa?
Okay, so listen to what Mr. Reginald McGee says. I have 4 girls, and I can say that they've always treated my girls with love. Okay, but when you bring them bad boys in with your girls, you know what I'm saying? I can't sleep. I can't sleep when I know that there's some dudes in my house and they're not biological. Some stuff can happen, and we know that.
But you can't use Reggie as an example.
Why just do that
No,
out there?
you can't use Reggie as an example because they don't stay around long. I had to mess with Reggie.
Hit that one out the park. And y'all think I should do it. Okay. Lady shout.
So Asa said.
Hold on, Missionary Quinn said something. Look what she said. Hold on. Missionary Quinn said, I have a blended family. My husband's children were already grown. Their mom had passed and we just, hold on now. Missionary Quinn. Listen what you said. They're already grown. Them ain't no children. You ain't got to deal with nobody. You dealing with grandbabies. That's a whole different story. I'm talking about a 7, 8, 12-year-old, 13, 14-year-old crumb snatcher in your home. That's a situation.
Okay, so Asa said, yes, if the one with the children intentions is to be with someone who will take on the task. There are people who have children and enter into relationships without their children being in the equation. Then Yolanda said, it's nothing wrong with blending families, but my kids are grown. Grown, so I won't date a man with small babies.
Thank you.
Me either.
Listen,
Listen,
I would like to testify with y'all. I feel the same way. I don't want nobody that's gonna take my attention. Here we go. Hold on, y'all. We got a daddy with under 18 here.
We got
Okay, we got two.
We got two. Hold on.
question over here.
Okay.
How do y'all have your relationship now? Like, Shuntai, your kids are grown.
Okay.
You have a new person in your life.
Okay.
But then your kids come back and stay with you.
Uh-huh.
And how do y'all handle that?
Well.
Do y'all get along or you can't walk around the house naked?
Right. I believe you have to get along for the time being. Okay? So it's all about respect.
It has to be two.
If it's grown children, they should know better.
They should know better.
There is a conversation that has to be had that this is what it is. Right? That's
I just want
only.
to interject. Now, if my grown children come to the house, I will supply them a hotel for 1 week. You got 7 days.
Right.
I'm done with you. You come on vacation to the house. But mine ain't about to come in here like that.
Can't do it.
First of all,
Can't do it.
I don't think you say that.
I've never dated a man with young kids. I got a lot of flack for that.
And I'm gonna tell you.
I've never dated a
My
man with young
kids-
kids.
My kids are young and they very, very respectful. No matter who
Yeah,
I bring
but
into the house.
still, I
My
never
kids,
dated a
my
man
kids
with
know how
young
to
kids.
respect elders, and we had that discussion because for
Right.
those of you don't know,
because I felt the same way.
yeah,
I
she's
never
not
But
dated
then-
a man with young kids.
But then, are you in a relationship right now?
No.
Enough said.
no.
Because they got
You may be eliminating someone.
Cynthia, I agree with you.
young kids.
But you may.
Cynthia, I don't want no young children.
But
I agree with you.
I do believe.
Cynthia, I don't want no children. I agree with you.
But he might
They
get one
got the young child, they got the kids, they got the grandkids coming in and out. It's a lot. I have boys. And one thing I can say about my boys hold their own. So I never really had to, and I think people say I'm selfish. I never really had to deal with a blended family because I always dealt with older men. And I chose that because older men kids were grown.
Right.
So I didn't have to deal with the younger children.
Okay.
But my children were younger, but their fathers was there. So
But what I can
different.
say is right now, sometimes people eliminate a good thing not knowing it's a good thing, or what God has brought in your life for you. You eliminate it right off, and now you miss your blessing.
Well,
It's a possibility that you can miss your blessing because you're putting limits on what love can bring to you. So then if you complain that you don't have love in your life,
Right.
there may be a reason because you eliminated several potentials. So I'm just saying you have to have an open mind before you eliminate someone.
We have to allow the audience to finish because you had a key point. Let's finish it, please. I'm sorry.
The point that I was trying to make, for those that you don't know, how I met Michelle, she was my attorney in my child custody case.
We didn't drop names. They didn't know this. It's like the Tony Tiger.
And then the couple of times we dated, she knew that my children were young, and like she said, that was an issue. But the more that we dated, the more she got to be around my kids, the more she seen how respectful they were. They grew on her.
Right.
Now on the other hand, on the other side,
Uh-oh.
her 2 kids, 3 kids, 2 of them was kind of all right. That little bitty one, when she was a senior in high school, that little joker gave me hell. You know what I'm saying? But I let her, I let her deal with it. And it for a minute it kind of got too much for me to bear. But I loved her so much. I figured it was gonna take time because I understood why she felt the way she felt.
Right.
So I let mom deal with it. Because even though she gave me hell, she wasn't gonna run me off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Was it that she was feeling you taking time from her?
Well,
I let her explain that.
it might not be. It could be. Hey, it could be. No, but it could be she got a super dad.
That's what.
So if you got a great dad, and you pouring into your children, hey, guess what? They recognize a good dad, and they want to support you. They want to say, hey, hold on, dad gets a break because I know what he is. I know what he brings to the table. And so that takes some time. But me personally, I just don't have time for no child.
Okay. So we do have some responses from online. Kim said Reggie must be all bad. And then Stephanie said you may not know just how many children or other people's children you have to blend. Blended families work, but you must know what you're blending.
Right.
And a couple sets rules and standards. Asa said the crowd is killing me. She said they lied for sure. Natalie said I have been married 4 times and all my kids embrace my husbands and my husbands embrace my kids. Yolanda said that crowd over here is crunk right now. LaWanda said yes, Johnell.
Right.
Also said I have a brother for our stepsister. It happened. Oh, that's the stepsister.
Different topic.
Oh,
Yeah,
different time.
See, that's exactly the reason I don't play that game. But Yolanda said, if I miss that blessing, God will provide me another one. Because I am not going through that one.
Yolanda said hotel, motel, holiday inn, grown
I
folks.
took my hat off to her.
And then missionary Quinn said, my husband said the second time around he didn't want a woman that had children or could have children.
Right.
And Stephanie Jones said,
See, that's
preach.
smart.
Preach.
I mean, everybody knows what they want.
Yeah.
And when you become established and find who you are, you know what you need. I need some attention. And a rug rat running around the house, and she got to pay attention to him. I'm going to lose some attention. And I'm going to be a problem. So I don't want to deal with that.
So I'm going to have to get to this next question. And it is right. This crowd is crunk. But let's see how crunk this crowd can get when we talk about sex and orgasm.
Hey, I think they're ready.
So, fact or fiction?
Okay.
Clap your hands if it's fact. and clap your hands if it's fiction. We'll start off first with fact.
Right.
First clap is if it's fiction. Women can have up to 3 different types of sexual excitement. Is it fact? Clap your hands. Is it fiction? Oh, crickets.
Hold on now,
Is
sex
it
therapist.
fiction?
You got to put it on the floor.
It sounds like everybody's favorite part.
No, I'm ready for this one.
Okay, so women can have up to 3 different types of sexual excitement.
Okay.
One
We're listening.
is female ejaculation.
Female ejaculation.
That's
You will
when
hear
you
me
say-
repeat these things.
That's when you say, I am coming.
I am
rainforest.
coming.
It involves no, not the rainforest. It involves the G-spot and it excretes white, thickish fluid.
Time out.
That is the
Could you
female
explain to
ejaculation.
our audience? Because we have some that don't know what the G-spot is.
Okay, if you get up in there with that finger
Or tongue. Or penis.
Right, you gotta go right, with the curves. Yeah, you hit the G-spot. That's the G-spot.
You have to hit that.
And I didn't say straight.
No.
It's got to have that hook to it. It has to have the hook to
So
it.
that's why positions are important. You think you doing something, young men. You think that because of the fact that you moving good and you got her legs in positions that you hear her say moans and groans, you still need to pay attention to where and how to get to that G spot.
Not
Yes.
until she cries.
Now that's another one. Okay,
Hold on now, whoa.
so
In the head, there. In the head.
then we have what our friend Reggie calls the splatter, the hose, the spray.
Right, he likes to
squirting.
get sprayed.
He said he's been sprayed several times.
Right. So,
So-
could you break down what the spray is?
The spray is what we call squirting.
Right, it's
And that
squirting.
is excretion of what we call urine. or
Urine
prostate
has been
fluid.
hitting you, young man.
So they've been pissing on you. Squirting is piss, pretty much. So if they squirt on you and they that's the spray.
Now, there's a lot of men out there who enjoy being sprayed. I'm not taking nothing away from you, but we want you to know that just because you may think it's something, don't mean that it's not.
And our last excitement is what we call the orgasm.
Orgasm.
The orgasm involves genital stimulation, and your whole body goes into
A tremble.
a tremble.
As well
It
as a
involves the whole
release.
body.
R. Kelly made a song.
Yes.
Now-
So we have the female ejaculation, we have the squirting, and then we have the orgasm. There are 3 ways that women can be excited.
And I would like to say there's a fourth.
What's the fourth?
There's a fourth.
There's a fourth.
And the fourth is that you lose all control of all bodily functions.
and it
And
brings
you
you out
don't
close
know.
to death.
And what happens is you don't know what did happen to you. Because not only do you squirt,
You want to know where experience.
well, you can only do this if you're entitled platinum. But anyway, you lose all bodily control. You ejaculate.
That's
You
all
come.
3.
You
The
go into
trifecta.
shakes, and the next thing you do is, oof.
That's the Trinity.
Hey, Shuntai.
That's called out of there.
Hey, Shuntai, don't be talking last night. Good. Now the men have orgasm too.
That's a
Let's
good
talk about
question.
that. Now, we want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Now, most men just think because they ejaculate that that's just it. Well, an orgasm is not ejaculation.
Right. True.
An orgasm is more than ejaculation because it sends you into trembles. And there have been several men to reach this point who actually cried.
Yes. You can walk.
And you can't walk.
let's
When
check.
hold on, let me explain something. When the man finds that woman, game over. You ain't trying to cheat. You ain't trying to mess up, because where she took you, you swear it was heaven.
Hey, you be thinking about what you ate that day.
So Natalie was surprised that there was 3 types.
Okay. but that's
Yolanda
why it's
said
educational.
squirt! Exclamation mark. Lisa McGee said it will make your eyes roll in the back of your head.
Praise him.
Woo!
Go ahead, Phil.
I like that now. That's right.
Yolanda said you could get so weak in the knees you can hardly speak. Phil agrees, yes. Boss Lady McGee is just laughing. Oh, Lord.
Oh boy.
That is funny. So, yeah, that is the yes, you can.
Yeah.
That's not manner.
It is. And once you got there, it's something.
Yes. So, our next question. When women have great relationships with their father, they tend to get along better with men versus women. Is that true? So, when women have great relationships with their father, they have a hard time connecting with other women as friends. They tend to have more male friends.
Okay.
What does the audience think?
That's true.
That's true?
My daddy was tight. And most of all of my friends I deal with
I mean,
are guys.
okay.
I
Uh-huh.
can go to a club by myself and I can sit at the table, whole table full of guys. I don't even be bothered.
Okay.
That's true. That's
So, what do you think?
I think personally, when there's always an alarm that goes off when I see that a woman has multiple male friends, because then I know that we really can't be as intimate as we need to be. Because if I'm going to be her guy, then it's important that I become her guy. You know what I'm saying? And so there's things that we need to be able to do together that I'm confident that, you know what, this is my girl. And so I'm always alarmed when I see that. And you know, that's just me personally. But it's been my experience that you have to watch those type of women, because they usually don't make great mates.
So women who have great relationship with their fathers and distant relationship from friends, girlfriends, they don't make great sex partners?
I don't know about the sex part of it, but when you're looking for a person that you want to commit the rest of your life with, it's more to it than sex. You need somebody that you can believe in, you can trust, someone that you can confide in, and if you're not comfortable being able to share all those emotions and experience and lay them on her bosom and know that they're safe, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. It's gonna be just sex. It can't be nothing else.
So I understand and I've heard that women who have great relationship with their fathers and distant relationship with women, that they tend to be more aggressive in bed. You may get pegged.
yeah.
We learned about pegging last night.
Yes.
So yeah, I just heard that they're very aggressive in bed, and that could be more intimidating for men.
It's like a man that's a mama's boy, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, a mama's boy, he's so caught up with her, he really ain't got time to invest in his woman. And so now it's a friction, right?
Right.
Because, you know, a mama's boy, he goes beyond the call of duty to make sure he pleases mama and not his woman. And that could be a problem, you know. You know, I love my mother, but my mother said, listen, you know, you need to love your woman.
Right.
And she preached that and taught us that that's your friend, that's your lover, that's the person that you have to invest in. And so no relationship should be a bigger bond than that one.
That is true.
So that's just how I feel about it. That don't mean that that's, you know, how everyone else should feel, but from a he-say perspective, you know, that's what I feel.
So what happens when men have bad relationships with their mom? Are they more likely to be men who hate women?
It's been my study that through the years that most men who have hatred towards their mother usually lash out some way towards women. There's been 3 major cases in this state that dealt with them, and I did a case study
The state
about
of
20
Michigan.
years ago in the state of Michigan, with a young man that was deemed to be
Psychopath.
a serial killer, and he killed only prostitutes. And the reason why he killed prostitutes because his mother turned tricks with him in the car, and therefore that he had a hatred towards women and tried to go out and do all he could. So that plays a factor too.
So it's very important to find out when you're dating someone in the beginning to see what their relationships are like with their parents.
Yeah,
And it's nothing wrong with having a great relationship with your father. It's nothing
No,
wrong
it
with
is.
having
No,
a great.
no, no.
It's just when
right.
relationships with your parents go bad, that it tends to show up in your relationships.
It does, yeah. And you know, and especially when you date women with daddy issues.
Right.
You know, as men, and when you find that, then you have to be play that role in her life too. You have to be someone, because remember, the first time she was let down by a man was her daddy, which is very impactful. You know, because as children, we look at parents as our God. The first introduction of God is parents.
Yeah.
So, I did a study once, and it says that if you see a person who has a failed relationship in their spirituality, it's because they had a failed relationship with their parents. You know, if mom and dad lied, guess what? They can't trust God, and so those things come to play in that there. So, but that's a whole different story there, a whole different show. I mean.
Yes, it is. So our crowd got quiet. Either they had too many of Johnell's mixed drinks,
Or
Island Iced Tea,
I think it was a
or
topic.
it was just the topic.
You know, sometimes you deal with a situation, you know what I'm saying? It's like life, right? Every day you can deal with situations, but when it comes a pivotal point when you got to deal with some business, you got to take care of your business, you know? And that's what I love about She Say, He Say. We're able to have fun and laugh, but when it's serious, we're able to really get down to it, nuts and bolts, and really deal with the issue.
Natalie said most of our childhood experiences affect our adult life in some type of way.
Yeah.
And I believe that's true. Oscar?
But I believe me personally, I believe that you attract certain things, right?
Yeah.
For instance, if I'm dating a woman, I want to see how her mama look.
Besides her house.
Yeah, I want to see the mama. Because if the mama then blew up,
You want to see how her house looks first. His house.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm trying to see if mama blew up. If mama blew up, I gotta know how to feed this woman. And then the next thing you look at is her etiquette. If mama know how to take care of the house, then she got a daughter that probably knows how to take care of responsibility. If mama's a career woman, then her daughter probably wants to be a career woman. But if mama's sitting up there and she mashing males all day, and she talking about how, you know, run just like his daddy wasn't shit, guess what? You trying to be dealing with that because you got your hands full with that one there.
Yeah.
And vice versa with a woman. If you see a man and he wasn't raised by a dad, you got to watch his character.
Right.
You know, you got to watch his tendencies because he might not know how to treat a woman. He got to learn that stuff. And you don't want nobody learning on the job, do you?
No.
All right.
Unless you're trying to give them instruction. Asia said parents should be the first to show self-love and be examples, period. And also, she said her name is pronounced Asia like the continent.
Asia. I'm sorry. I always say that. I never say that. But look what Missionary Quinn said. Everyone has a type. And
Tarnisa says, so you want to know what she's been taught.
absolutely.
That's true.
You need to know because of the fact that that's what's going to be in your relationship. Whatever that she knows, she ain't going to deviate from what she knows. If she don't know nothing, guess what? Nothing going to be in the relationship. Vice versa with a dude. If a guy don't know nothing, it's going to show up in the relationship. If his daddy didn't take care of his business, how you expect your guy looking at a model and emulating that model to take care of his business?
But then sometimes
He's got to work hard.
You have people who do the opposite of what they witnessed as a child.
I agree.
So they
with
had horrible parents and that didn't have structure, so their life is going to have structure. So you do have those that go to the other end besides going to the same as what they witnessed in the
Listen
household.
what Natalie Green says. She says, my dad was an alcoholic and I seem to attract alcoholics. You know? I mean, that's powerful but true, you know?
Yeah.
You have to make sure that you're on guard with these things. You know, abusive parents, right? Abusive parents produce abusive children, right?
Right.
Because the fact that most of our children, if you hit a child to control them, he believes or she believes, if I strike out, I gain control.
That's true.
And therefore, the stronger it gets in the character, it becomes a way of life.
Wow. Well, this show has been full of learning.
Okay.
I think so. You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because the fact that one of the things that about you, Shuntai, which I love, is that not only you know how to adapt and taking away the therapy part of it. Because, you know, everybody just don't need a therapy. They don't need a therapist. But some people need for you to be a loving and caring, responsible, just person to be able to give them something that's impactful. And so I can appreciate that with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that, you know,
You know what? But
her
the
nickname is
therapist-
Head.
the therapist.
Right? The Wall Street. So her head will get big. It'll get big.
I've been a therapist before I was a therapist.
Right.
I've been a life coach before I was a therapist.
At 6 years old, she was telling everybody what they needed.
What they need to do.
Right.
But I think at some point in anyone's life that therapy is important, because you can't always listen to what your friends tell you, because they're going to buy into whatever nonsense you're saying.
Right.
And they're going to agree with everything and say yes. They're going to throw flame to the fire. Right? So sometimes
That's why I always tell
having
people.
a therapist will give you real truth that you
Right.
need to hear.
Absolutely. And I agree with that. And also that a therapist sees things from two perspectives. When I'm dealing with people, I'm always listening because I want to hear something. I want to hear who you are. And if you allow people to talk long enough, guess what? They tell you who they are. I don't care who they are. They're going to tell you who they are. Now, sometimes you can get so caught up with the way they look, right? Or the way they smell, or the way that they move, that it'll overwhelm you that you don't listen to what they tell you. You're right. They can tell you, I am not ready for a relationship.
But then you hear, you are ready for a
And you say,
relationship.
let's get down in the relationship, right? You hear like, it's on, right? And it's not. You know, I think men, we get hit in the head a lot because when we tell you what we want, you don't listen to us. When we try to tell you exactly what we trying to do, guess what our women to do? Because it's just in you. You're good soul women and you just feel good about it. And every woman believes she is it. And I can make a change in this man's life. I can see potential in him. I know what I can do. I do it. And guess what?
And
I can say this young man.
And I would say he messed up when he said every woman.
No.
Not every woman thinks that way.
No.
Because not every woman is trying to save a man, or every man is trying to save a hoe.
You're right.
So-
You are, and you are correct.
What?
You are definitely correct. I admit, I use the word every woman because the fact that, and the reason why I use every woman because our women, right, who are sisters, are soul queens. And when you're a soul queen, you have something innate in you that want to support and believe in the greatness of our men. That's what I believe. Now, I could be wrong. Every woman might not fit in that category. I'm naive. I'm naive.
On
because
that
I
note
believe.
about him maybe naive,
I am.
this has been a great show.
You see that? Y'all see
We've
that?
run out of time.
See, that's what I love about her. She's able, when I do get it, she's like, hold on. because he may take my thunder.
Facebook is about to end us right now. All I gotta say is
All right.
we leave it on the
But
naive
listen,
part.
thank you, our audience. Thank you, Graham Blanc. Thank you, Kim. We appreciate y'all. We had a wonderful show. We appreciate all of y'all tuning in. Son to breathe. And some of those to be with you. Never try to change anyone. They have to be willing to change themselves.
Until
Carnessa
next
says
time,
there's no exception to the rules.
Until next time, drink responsibly. Peace out.